With Star Wars The Force Awakens coming out soon, we at GameZone started getting a little nostalgic about the games that we used to play as kids. So we wanted to present them to you. Here are GameZone's top 10 Star Wars games of all time. For now, until they make more. Because you know they're going to make more. Number 10, Shadows of the Empire. Shadows of the Empire on the N64 was not without its faults. But we've got a soft spot in our heart for Dash Rendar. We fell in love with the character and the story. And come on, how great was that first level with the snowspeeder? Number 9. That was too much. Number 9. Another far from perfect game, The Force Unleashed puts you in the role of Darth Vader's apprentice, really giving you a sense of how the Force can be used in combat. The lightsaber combat is fun, the story's enjoyable, the combat is swift, and the voice acting is superb. Number 8. LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. The Complete Saga of Star Wars LEGO games Episode 1 through 6 is fun and enjoyable for kids and adults, maybe more for adults. My son is a Star Wars and LEGO nut. He loves this game. He brings it everywhere he brings his 2DS. And when I say my son, I mean me. The LEGO humor, puzzles, and replayability make it a great Star Wars game for younger gamers, or me. Number 7, Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. We played the Dark Forces and Jedi Knight games out of order. Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast was the first that we played and we loved it. Kyle Katarn, cool character. Lightsaber and Force combat, great. Single player and multiplayer, great. The controls and the mechanics, sometimes not so great, but Jedi Outcast is one of the best in the series. Number 6, Star Wars The Old Republic. The art style was hit or miss depending on your taste, but The Old Republic was a fine MMORPG when it released and continues to be played and enjoyed by many as a free-to-play game a couple of years later. There were a lot of issues with PvP and endgame content well after the launch of the game, but that's been resolved, and now there's tons of stuff to do. The strongest point of this game is the leveling experience, multiple class stories, decision-making that changes quest outcomes, and tons of voice acting. Number 5, Jedi Knight 3 Jedi Academy. No Kyle Katarn? No problem. We didn't play this until it released on Steam, and now it's become one of our favorite games in the series. Who doesn't want to create and customize a Jedi, then get to train them by Luke Skywalker? There's great customization, both character and lightsaber, and it might have the best lightsaber combat of any Star Wars game ever. It also has really impressive missions to guide an engaging single-player experience. Oh, and the multiplayer? Great. Number 4, Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Leader. This is probably one of the best Star Wars games on GameCube, and it has some of the best flight battles and space battles of any Star Wars game. The visuals, awesome, and they continue to hold up. The action was great, and it's one of the purest Star Wars games you can find. It's still the best way to experience Luke Skywalker's X-Wing Death Star trench run. We still consider this a must-buy. Number 3, Battlefront 1 and 2. That's right, I put 2 games into one spot. Why? Because it's my video. You can't stop me. We're super stoked for Battlefront 3 by DICE because of how much we love Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2. They're a combination of Star Wars and Battlefield. What's not to love? There's lots of players running around on foot, vehicles, lots of locations you know and love, great classes to play as. Battlefront 2 is the better of the 2 games, but they're both amazing experiences. Number 2, Star Wars Galaxies and Empire Divided. This is my favorite MMORPG. There wasn't a ton of Jedi running around, you had to mysteriously be approached to become one, and it was rare. You were in total control of how you wanted your character to pan out. Combat medic? Take pistols and medicine. Boom, combat medic. Want to be an entertainer and dance for people in the cantina to give them buffs? Good, go, you can do that. Want to declare your allegiance openly as a member of the Rebels or the Empire? Do it and openly get attacked by opposing factions, or fight over Anchorhead, or be a spy, or have no allegiance. Go to any planet and do what you want. The worlds were huge and you could get with other players to start your own cities or shopping plazas to sell your items, or have your own awesome house in the middle of nowhere. Do everything, do nothing. This game didn't care, and it was amazing until the game changed. And then it got bad. But we'll always hold on to Star Wars Galaxy's memories. Number 1. Knights of the Old Republic. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Before Skywalkers were the talk of the galaxy, there were people named Malal and Revan. It's one of my favorite RPGs of all time. Its story, amazing. Characters, amazing. Strategy, amazing. Combat mechanics, amazing. Did I use the same sound clip? Yes, I did, but you get the idea. It's amazing. It's one of the best games of all time and is in my own personal top 10 games of all time. The story is great and fresh and does the Star Wars brand the most justice of any game. And that's it. That's your top 10 Star Wars games of all times. I don't care. I know. Please leave comments. I know that you're probably feeling there's other games out there that should have made it. I know TIE Fighter definitely should have made it in there, and I'm sorry. But that's what it is. That's our top 10. Thank you so much. Good night.
I'm your father.
What? Amazing.